I think it's time for us to read some comments about this situation. Let's see what people think about the new hairstyle in these comments. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, apparently most of the people who chose to give me feedback on the new hairstyle commented on the video I made called The East Nashville Hairstyle for Norwood 3, which I'm very proud of that title. It's very representative of what life is like here in Nashville. So, by the way, I'm getting overwhelming positive comments from everyone. Everyone in real life who has seen the new hairstyle approves. Even people who yesterday that I didn't see at work, but they just saw me across the room, they stopped me by the end of the day, even if they were showing across the room, and said, nice haircut. So, this obviously is the right look, the right decision for me. Let's just do another little wrap around here. But this clearly was the right decision. And just imagine though, it only happened because there was a guy sitting in the chair getting this hairstyle. And even though he had a #1 hairline in Norwood 1, I told the lady, I said, can I pull that off? She said, of course you can. So that's how we've come to this. And again, just a reminder, don't waste your time commenting about that. I know it's because of my bangs when I had the Jared Kushner hairstyle. It'll clear up in a few weeks. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's look at these comments. Maxwell Smart says, quote, I like the look from head to foot. I'm also pleased to see you embracing your hair loss, end quote. Robert says, quote, I think this is a good message for the brotherhood. You can embrace hair loss while keeping your hair, not trying to hide anything, and still look good, especially if you're in that semi-awkward Norwood 3 phase, end quote. And then one more, Robin 3 said this, quote, I like your boldness to embracing your hair, end quote. So there we go. What you see in these comments, and there were more, but the overall theme is undeniable. The overall theme we're seeing here is people basically praising me for embracing my hair loss and not being ashamed of my hairline. It's funny that not only in the comments section am I getting all this positive feedback, but in real life, it's the same exact thing happening in real life. Now, in real life, people aren't saying, hey, I like your hairstyle despite your hairline going up. It still looks good. They're not saying that. They're just like, hey, that totally works for you. Good, nice hairstyle. That's all they say. Because in their mind, they're not obsessed with receding hairlines and hair loss. They just know what they see from across the room. So, but it's interesting though. I often talk about on my videos about we put certain values on our hair loss in our own mind, yet the rest of the world sees us differently. So if I were to constantly have kept the Jared Kushner haircut covering up my forehead and my hairline, if I would have kept doing that, it would have been fine. I mean, no one said my hair was bad that way. But no one at work would say, hey, Nick, you have really cool hair. But they started saying that when I started revealing this. That's when it happened. Now, do they see a receding hairline when they see this? Apparently not. They see what they think is a cool hairstyle. And let's face it, part of what makes this work and why I'm getting such positive feedback is because I didn't get it faded, in sections all the way down. I did a pretty abrupt, it's a #4 to a #3, and then just 3 inches on top. It's abrupt. It's edgy, it's catchy, it's different. You don't see a lot of almost 36-year-old guys with this hairstyle because perhaps not a lot of them could pull that off. But I can, and that goes back to the confidence thing. There's not a lot of guys in their mid-30s that are married and have 2 kids and work a real job that can do that. But my confidence has a lot to do with, I think, making this hairstyle work because people match the hairstyle that willing to take that risk with who they know I already am. So of course, when they see me across the room and they see me walk in on Monday with this hairstyle, they're like, yeah, of course, that hairstyle matches his personality. So I think that's one of the reasons it's working. But again, the takeaway from this whole thing is that I am better received when I expose my hairline. People don't care that it's not Norwood 1 or 2. People don't care that it's actually a 3. They don't care. I actually am considered cooler and unspokenly better looking, apparently, more handsome with this. I just think that's so cool. Now, granted, I, of course, knew all along that embracing your hair loss is what's most important. I've always said that. Granted, these last several months, I wanted to do what made me happy. And in the video yesterday, I said that the obvious sign of embracing your hair loss is that you're content and happy with it. But I still think, even if next month I said, you know what, I want to go do a different hairstyle, I don't want to do this, even though everyone loves it, and I could do that. And maybe if it didn't look as good as this or whatever, it makes me happy with it because I get to decide that. And so I think the closing note is, despite us pretty much all agreeing that this is the way to go for me, just know that at some point in the future, I'm not going to have this hairstyle anymore because I don't feel like it. I will feel like cutting it shorter or maybe growing out longer or whatever I do. And people, this is as good as my hair is going to look, right? I think we could all agree this is the haircut that everybody in the real world and on YouTube like the most. So prepare to be disappointed at some point in the future when I don't keep this hairstyle just because I don't feel like it. I love exploring new things. I like exploring new ideas, which is what got me here. This is what got me here, was doing that. Probably gonna peak with this, right? But it's fun to explore that. I want to thank you all for your support and your honest feedback, because I know if my hair didn't look good like this, if I couldn't rock this, you would have told me. You're honest, just like I'm honest. So thank you for your feedback. And by the way, Maxwell, you had suggested that I put both pomades on here. I did that. I used most of it for the Murray's, but then I touched it up with the Cream of Nature one. So I'm happy about that. Remember, as far as my hair, at this point in my life, my hair is never going to look this good again, especially once this clears up. But my hair is never going to look this good again. This is me peaking. This is the best it's going to look. That means any other hairstyle, everyone will not be as excited as they are with this.